Quiet on set.
Quiet on set. Hi, I'm Terrell Jones, and welcome to Hooked on the the Niners.
And I'm Jerry Walker. Don't believe what you read. I'm Jerry Walker, and we don't have much to talk about today, though, do we?
And I'm Mitch Jurisic.
Way to read the energy team. Way to go. I'm Dan Brown from the San Jose Mercury News. We'll look back on the game against the Rams, look ahead at the game against the Falcons, and not a damn thing more when we come back.
All right, nice.
Good.
Hooked on the Niners is partially underwritten by the following. Bach Construction Incorporated. They can be reached at 415-518-4900 or on the web at bachconstruction.com. Eddie Perez Painting Company. They can be reached at 650-363-5904 or on the web at eperezpainting.com. F. Ferrando and Company can be reached at 650-756-2800 or on the web at fferrandoandco.com. Lawson Willard Architecture can be reached at 415-674-1102 or on the web at lawsonwillard.com. Pettinelli Financial Partners. They can be reached by phone at 650-595-4600 and on the internet at pettinellifp.com.
Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. You know, we thought it was going to be a show about our punter punted too much and pulled a hamstring. We got a penalty on a player that wasn't even in a uniform. I mean, there was all these storylines, and then lo and behold, between Sunday and today, as we're taping on a Tuesday, there's a whole lot of stuff to talk about, Dan.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on.
Where do you want to start?
Well, let's talk about the quarterback.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Which quarterback?
Yeah.
It's now the Blaine Gabbert era has begun.
Yeah.
And they had to make this move, right?
Of course
Based on
they
the way
did.
Colin Kaepernick played on Sunday. You know, besides the bad throws, the inaccuracy that we've seen from time to time throughout the season, not seeing an uncovered receiver at a crucial moment in the game,
Yeah.
that was a breaking point, I think.
How much do you think this plays into it? There's the locker room problem, too. Now you got guys taking sides. You know, allegedly Vernon Davis stood up and said something about Kaepernick, and Joe Staley comes to his defense. That's, I think, another thing, something that you never saw in all your years down there with the 49ers.
We had victory, so you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
success can calm a lot of problems.
Yeah. It's great
So-
deodorant.
No, that's a different.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I just kind of
But yes, it is.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going there.
Okay.
So I have no experience in that regard, but usually what stays in the locker room in the old days stayed in the locker room.
Yeah.
I mean, what is said in the locker room stays in the
Yeah.
locker room. And that doesn't seem to be the case anymore the last few years.
But he played. He was around for a quarterback who could see John Candy in the stands
Yeah.
during the Super Bowl.
Right.
Now he's a guy who can't see
Right.
a receiver going like
John
this.
Candy?
So we were playing Atlanta,
Yeah.
and Dwight Clark was lined up with no one defending him, and Dwight's like, Joe, hey Joe, and the bench starts going, hey Joe, and Joe's like taking a snap, throwing the touchdown pass and off the field. I saw him, you guys, I saw him.
Yeah, don't let anybody else know. Well, we got off this Kaepernick stuff pretty quick, didn't we?
Tell us more
Does
Montana
anybody,
stories.
Does anybody care? No, it's seriously. I mean, I've been saying for some time. It just looked to me like the guy can't play. I mean, I thought it was just as simple as that. I don't know that Blaine Gabbert is the guy that's going to take him to the promised land either. So, T, this looks like a whole reconstruction thing to me.
Yeah, but here's my question.
Okay.
You know the season's basically done.
Oh,
Okay?
really?
I mean, with all the injuries, with
Yeah.
everything that's going on. So why not start looking at next year? You know, if Cap's going to be your guy,
Yeah.
then let him play. Let him try to work out some bugs. But hang on. But now the question is he going to be your guy?
Well, that's
the
what
thing.
I was going to say. Maybe they are
Yeah.
looking at next year.
Yeah.
When
So,
that-
you know, on the other hand, I think you could make the argument that this is for his long-term benefit. I mean, this guy needs to
Yes.
sit down, get a
Yes.
break, get his head together, get his confidence back. I mean, it's not, you know, I think they're kind of billing it as such. This is a guy who needs a break.
If Blaine can't do any better, Cap steps back in, and people back off him a little bit. Like it's not the quarterback's fault entirely. If Blaine does do better, better for the team.
Yeah, but how can you bring a guy back to quarterback you again once you know the old adage, if you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterback.
But okay, so I'm trying to think what
That's
year
the
was
old
that?
days.
It was
Yeah.
2000. Okay, we had Garcia and Stenstrom. Jeff had a couple bad games. I mean, we had a bad team.
Yeah.
Okay, they benched Jeff. They bring in Stenstrom. Stenstrom does okay, but then they bring Jeff back in, and we end up winning 5-6 games down the line.
Sure.
And maybe Dan's right. Maybe Kaepernick just needs a break. But here's the thing: is they're paying you all this money.
Right.
You're the leader, supposedly, on the offense. Why do you need a break?
Well, listen, you're preaching to the choir here. I just think that, as we sit here on a Tuesday and it's not quite the 1 o'clock trading deadline,
yeah.
I think he could be gone. The thing that did it was, I think they, on the one of the online things I was looking at, there was a vote of confidence from the 49ers saying, this doesn't mean we're finished with him. We think he's our guy for the future. I think that's just telling the rest of the teams, bargaining. We think this guy's really good.
It's
could
it's
be.
possible. Yeah.
Well, we got to wait and see what.
But again, I mean, if they're shopping him, then they're already thinking about, okay, who we're going to draft for next year, because you're going to need a quarterback.
Oh, absolutely are.
I mean, if this isn't indeed the end of the Kaepernick era, this is one of the strangest career
I agree.
trajectories for any athlete I've ever seen.
Ever.
I agree.
Straight
Ever.
to the top, straight
Straight
to the bottom.
Right.
But also,
Maybe Tim Lincecum.
but they put him in the bullpen, and he did pretty good coming out of the bullpen. But the thing is, now everybody's saying, well, you know what? He hasn't done well since Harbaugh's left.
Yeah. Well, he was the quarterback whisperer, wasn't he?
Well, he didn't do well actually down the stretch with Harbaugh in place too.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he was a guy who clearly, I mean, he was at his best when it was a strong defense, strong running game.
Right.
He didn't have to carry anything except for make a play or two a game.
Right.
Which could be said for a lot of quarterbacks, but especially in his case.
This just is my selective memory, I think, but I think he was one of the worst red zone quarterbacks around. I just always remember a lot of field goals from him, and the stubbornness of 3 times in a row going to
Crabtree.
Crabtree.
and then saying, if I see Crabtree one-on-one, I'm taking that every time.
But
Who
calls those plays?
Well, okay. Oh,
Plus, yeah.
well, your arm must be tired from the game Sunday. How many penalties were in that game?
I was going to say, and another penalty?
And another penalty. Yeah.
There's so many penalties. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was. Well, when you're watching a game like that, you don't know. Boy, that was a great play. I think. No, the little thing comes down in the corner.
Actually, I started doing that.
Yeah.
As the play was ending, I started looking up at the left-hand corner of the screen to see if it would set flag.
Same here. Same here.
That's
And then just
unbelievable.
hoping it's on them.
There was at one point there were so many flags on the field. I thought I was looking at yellow snow.
Yeah, right.
There were three on one play.
The Ahmad Brooks fumble
Being from
return,
Minnesota, he would know yellow
where he
snow.
managed to face mask the guy on the way
Right.
down.
Yeah, right.
On one hand, it's quite impressive that he could multitask.
that
like
he could do that. All the strange things. As I mentioned, the punter pulls a hammy because he punted 10 times. Did we have more punts than first downs again?
Yes. I mean,
That just. But
How
when
about
Bill
Anquan Bolden coming off the bench
and getting a penalty.
in a sweatsuit?
Boy, oh boy.
we had 38 total rushing yards.
No, was it that
and
bad?
38 running backs, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, they picked some up this week. Who did we pick up?
We got Sean Drone, who hasn't played in a couple years.
Okay.
He's been with eight
over
different
those,
teams.
Yeah, I was going to say, over those couple years, he's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
8 teams.
He's been 8
Yeah.
teams, and then Pierre Thomas, who actually and Jerry said this. I think he could be a good fit because
Yes.
you got a bad offensive line. He
Right.
can catch the ball very well.
Right.
And Gabbard's probably going to be running for his life.
Right.
So,
We got about a minute left. We didn't talk about Vernon Davis. I thought was always a guy that was he was decent. He was fast down the middle, and he was an all-pro at one point. I thought average hands at best and ran terrible routes.
Best postseason tight end in NFL history.
exactly.
He is?
Yes.
Vernon might be the second strangest career arc because I think he came into the league with bad hands, bad routes.
Yeah.
But he actually worked really hard,
Exactly.
especially on the hands. He would
Yeah.
say
Right.
after practice.
Yeah.
But
Right.
then mentally he checked out. I mean, I don't think that passion for football we've seen that in the past, season or so.
Yeah.
Fastest man on the roster for a while, I think.
Well, it's just a bad arc by the host who just got yelled at by his 3 guys when I said I didn't think the guy was that good.
Exactly.
All right. We'll see what they're going to yell at me for next when we come back to Hooked on the Niners.
Mash unit.
Da-da-da-da. Oh, that's right.
If you were a
everyone.
lawyer, how would you change the world? What if it was possible to obtain a high-quality, State Bar certified legal education for less than the cost of an undergraduate degree? What if you could skip the degree altogether and attend law school with only 60 units of college credit? Lincoln Law School of San Jose seeks to train lawyers at an affordable price so they can use their skills to help others in their communities without the burden of high student loan debt. Lincoln students attend school part-time in the evenings after work. Our graduates become politicians, judges, and business owners. You could too. We also have a patent agent training program. New classes are forming every few months at Lincoln. Join us, call
Chancellor.
408-977-7227.
He ended
Yeah.
Vernon's 49er career.
What? Did you hear that?
Wow.
What was
I thought Halloween was over.
Yeah.
that? Was a cat, right?
I don't know. I think he
Get
got his tail caught in the door.
Yeah. All right. Before we get
Jeez.
to Dan, who is working on a story on Blaine Gabbert and has talked to some people, we'll get to that in a second. The player of the week, Terrell. I apologize once again.
No,
This won't
no
take
worries,
long.
no worries. But it's again, I had trouble,
Yeah.
picking a player of the week.
Oh.
But I went outside the box this time.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Because it could have been. Actually, look at it. It could have been the training staff, with all the injuries
Yeah,
that they had.
right, could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been.
But I went with Vernon Davis, not because of his play last week, because of what he did for the Niners over the past 10 years.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
To me,
Did you hear that
I know.
enthusiastic?
I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
I thought it was, so from now it's going to be a player of the last 10 years?
Well, but I mean, he's leaving. He's getting traded. 440 receptions, 55 touchdowns, over 5,600 yards.
Yeah.
He was a staple.
And the
Yeah.
big catch against the Saints.
Exactly. And I believe that when he goes to Denver, it's new life. You're playing with Peyton Manning.
There is somebody that actually watches the show that is a fan of yours. Met him yesterday, Tim Trehillian, fabulous guy. Told me to tell you that he loves that part of the show, but don't be afraid to say, there is no player of the week.
Or
He
Dan,
said that is an option.
or Dan's
So-
line player of the WEAK.
W-A-E, right, exactly. All right, you're working on a story on Blaine Gabbert.
Wait, time out.
Okay,
What about Phil Dawson?
what
Phil
about him?
Dawson?
He's our kicker.
Hey, don't worry.
Oh, you mean the punt?
There's still more season left.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I did
It's such
forget.
a good game. He wins 2 players of the week.
I did forget to mention that we do have the secret word here. But if one of the guys says it, you win
Bandage.
a boatload of money. You're working on a story on Blaine Gabbert.
In a stadium.
Yeah,
And-
right. I mean, we've the new quarterback who burst in the league as the top 10 pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody thought something of him at one point.
He was taken 1 spot ahead of J.J. Watt, as
Yeah.
a matter of fact.
Really,
Which I-
that GM should
Wow.
be fired.
No, he's gone. He was
Oh,
in Jacksonville. He's
okay.
gone.
1 spot
all right,
ahead
all right,
of J.J.
okay.
Watt, which may have been a slight miscalculation.
Yeah.
You think?
I've just started kind of researching the story,
Sure.
calling around. I always
Yeah.
start by calling the old high school to find out what this guy's all about. What was he like as a teenager? And the old coach told me a good story about running the read option when he was there in a big crosstown rivalry game. They called for the read option. Blaine Gabbert said, "Oh, coach, don't make me do that. Don't make me do it." 70 yards for a touchdown. Later in the game, they did it again, 80 yards for a touchdown. So maybe they don't need to tweak the offense that much.
Maybe they don't.
Well, because
Blaine
he,
Gabbert running the read option.
well, because he is going to be running for his life.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the other thing.
The
is-
other team was on the field.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
The
I
other
see.
The
team
team
guy
was
who-
Waldorf for the peninsula, though.
Yeah, okay.
This is a guy,
Nice.
Blaine Gabbert, who is well accustomed to running for his life
Yeah.
and playing
Yeah.
with a bad supporting cast. And it did not go well in Jacksonville.
No.
And he had some of the worst quarterback ratings and worst quarterback performances of all time. But we've seen guys reemerge from the ashes before. I mean, Jim Plunkett's the most famous
Oh,
example.
absolutely.
Whose talent
Absolutely.
kind of stayed intact and just took a while to.
Steve Young.
Steve
Steve
Young.
Young.
Yeah.
So it can happen.
Both two really good guys, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Jim is up here on the
But-
Plus, I
pedestal
think
for me.
Blaine's, I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
go
I
ahead.
think Blaine's improved a lot over those years since
Yeah.
he last was being run off the field.
But you
Because
mentioned
he's not getting any hits.
You
That's
mentioned
why.
something about running for your life, right? Doesn't anybody see that if a quarterback's running for his life, that there's a problem somewhere?
Maybe the offensive line. Maybe
Well, I'm just throwing it out there. Don't play professional football, but I can kind of see that one.
It's stunning to me that
Yeah,
they have
it
not
is.
made dramatic changes on that offensive line. It's
Yeah,
been a
right.
problem since game 2. I was going to say game 1. It's been a problem since game 2.
Right.
And what have they done about it?
But you know what?
Well, one player
Making the
protect-
switch to Blaine Gabbert, putting yourself in Blaine Gabbert's shoes, am I thinking, okay, I'm going to be their guy? Or I'm just a holdover until they draft somebody next year or trade for
You
somebody?
got to be thinking this is my chance.
Okay.
I can do some things that haven't been done.
But suppose, excuse me, hold on. Suppose he wins all the rest of his games. Does that necessarily mean that they're going to have him
Well, I mean, I
start
think we've
next
seen
year?
players in this spot before. He'll be a guy for, if he plays well, he'll
Yeah.
be a guy for somebody.
There's
Oh,
Blaine's
Whoa,
first,
another flag.
Blaine's
But what
first
was
penalty.
This is like watching the game Sunday.
Intentional grounding.
I have to move back 15 yards now.
Right.
But I was saying, it's an audition for somebody.
Yeah, right,
It's an audition
right.
for somebody.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, even if he wins, the rest of the games, which we know is slim to none. I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm not looking at you when I said slim.
yeah.
But
Oh, wow. Nor damn when you said none. Huh?
Flag.
Yeah. Throw it again. Yeah, there we are.
Hey,
but
hey.
but is he really going to
Throw
be? Is he going to be your quarterback for the future?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a backup for a reason.
I agree.
He was 5-22. I think that's enough of a sample size to determine if a guy
Right.
is going to play or not. Did you see what Willie McGinnis said about him?
Now, what did he say?
Willie McGinnis said the first time he gets hit, he's going to fold because he doesn't have the guts to be a quarterback in the National Football League.
What the?
Well, Willie McGinnis said that, not me. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty strong. And
Those penalties declined.
Willie McGinnis is a pretty, calm, smooth
yeah.
guy, doesn't overreact. Those are strong words coming from him.
But also too, doesn't this give, hopefully, the young wide receivers a chance to shine or to see what they can do? Because I mean, Anquan may not even be a Niner by the end of the day, or he may not even play.
Right.
So now you've got Ellington. If Gabbert can get them the ball, let's see what they can do.
Well, of course. I mean, this is going to sound horrible, and I don't mean it against Colin Kaepernick, but I'm actually looking forward to the game Sunday to see what can we do.
Gabbert comes into the league with big expectations.
Oh, God,
now,
yes.
how low
Yeah.
is the bar? Like, how well does he need to play to be better than the guy before him? Just see the uncovered guy. That's where the bar
Throw
is.
that flag again.
That's exactly right. Just see the uncovered guy.
Yeah, and don't hit the equipment guys or the cheerleaders, okay?
Right, exactly.
Was it Costner in his ear? Hit the mascot.
Yeah.
Throw it at his feet.
Hey, I know they picked up a couple of wide receivers. Is Carlos Hyde, is he out?
He could be out for 4 to 6 weeks. He could,
Okay.
he could. Running backs.
Yeah, running backs. What did I say?
Yeah, he could.
And
Yeah.
Reggie's out for season
Right.
ending.
Yeah, season ending. On something, these indoor stadiums are horrible as it is, but to have cement there.
That sounds like a lawsuit in the making to me.
Okay, he's-
Really?
But you know what? I mean, is that the end of Reggie Bush's career?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a way to go out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Mitch's question from earlier. Is the
Well, how about-
experiment over?
Yeah, but how about poor Le'Veon Bell?
No.
That was
You know,
ugly.
if he never comes back again, you get carted off the field in that uniform.
Well,
Throw the flag.
Okay, that was,
but also look at Steve Smith,
yeah,
torn Achilles. He may be done.
done. That's it.
Yeah.
I love that
Oh,
guy.
he's awesome.
That guy was just a fabulous
A lot
receiver.
of injuries this year.
There really are a lot of injuries. Well, these are big people moving really fast.
Plus, here's my reasoning.
Okay,
This is a
you might
strength
want to get
coach
out of
then.
pen.
And you're right.
I'm
This
writing
is a
this
strength
down.
coach
You're right.
talking
Yeah.
here.
Ever since they've cut the strength and conditioning program in half,
Yeah.
the off-season conditioning, look at the injuries. There's been more injuries.
When you coached in the NFL, what kind of coach were you?
Strength and conditioning. I was
Okay, all right.
I was
Okay.
like, it's a great coach.
I got to
Good
understand
coach.
where this
Great
is coming
coach.
from there.
Yeah.
Good coach.
That's why.
Yeah, you mean you've been on this
Okay,
set
good
with us for all this time and you've never wanted to work on me?
Oh,
I've tried.
Okay.
There's not that much. I don't have that much time in my life left. Okay.
oh
Boy,
wow.
that's two. What? That wasn't that funny. That's two of them for Terrell. I don't care if you say this word. You're not getting the money. All right, when we come back, what are we going to do? We go
We're going to talk about
around the
around the
No,
league.
this is supposed to be around the league.
Have we
So
talked-
now we're talking about
Have we
the
talked about Blaine yet?
Yeah.
No, we're
We'll talk about the Falcons game.
the Falcons game. That's what
you
we're going to do.
Big predictions.
See the guy there in Burlingame? He was wondering what we were going to do too.
He got his
right
pants
there.
on
We
this
got it.
time?
We're on top of this. Don't
Flying
worry
that
about
guy
it.
in Burlingame.
Yeah, that guy right there. All right, when we come back, right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is partially underwritten by the following. The Bay 101 Casino. They can be reached at 408-451-8888 or at bay101.com. The Carmel Honey Company. They can be reached at 831-687-8511 or on the web at carmelhoneycompany.com. RMI HVAC and Plumbing, 650-583-6200 and on the web at rmihvac.com. Bluestone Engineering, 925-932-7053 and on the web at bluestonemeb.com. Drew Ward Tile Company can be reached at 408-264-9273 or connect with Ed at drewwardtile.com. All right, welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. Drew, we have a guest over here. You having a good time? Yeah?
Awesome.
Do you want to say anything? Or you just want to nod your head?
Hi, Mom.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I can't
That's
believe
the
Mom's
best segment
watching.
of the show. That is awesome. Well done.
Mom,
Well done.
Mom, you have a beautiful daughter. She's a very nice young lady sitting over here. And what's the high school?
Waldorf.
Waldorf. I guess they teach you to make salads there. Get it?
Oh, good Lord.
It's my good stuff, Drew.
So,
where were we?
Before we get into the Falcons,
Yeah.
my most surprising 3 hours of the weekend, Green Bay looked.
Oh,
What happened there?
138 total yards.
70 passing for
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
best quarterback in the game?
Defense.
Wow.
Look at Denver's defense.
Oh, they are massive.
Amazing.
They are really good, and they are so quick off the ball.
they're good.
They are
They're
just
good.
amazingly quick
Well,
off
you
the
know-
ball.
Secondary's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time in NFL history that there's been 4 undefeated teams this deep into the season.
Is there 4? I usually ask you every week how many there are. Is there
There's
4?
Yes.
Okay.
But there's also only 11 teams with a winning record,
Winning records.
and 4
Yeah.
of them undefeated.
Yeah.
Wow. There's not much parity, huh?
How do you throw 6 touchdown passes and lose?
And lose.
And lose.
Well, you
Because
play against guys that threw
because
7.
you give up 7. Yeah, exactly.
I got that one figured out.
Right.
I have
Yeah,
a
that-
Niners question for Jerry.
Okay.
Did I just realize that I will catch everybody by surprise? But
So if I
there's
know
been-
the answer to this, I just can't say
No,
it?
no,
Okay.
there's been a lot of heat on Jed York to come out and talk publicly, to kind of face the music. As a former PR director, would you advise him to talk or to not talk yet?
Wow. Can I phone a friend?
You can use the megaphone.
I've thought all along he should talk. They should come out and speak out, and he should have done it sooner rather than later. Now, the longer, in my mind, of course, maybe that's why I'm not a PR director anymore, but in my mind, the longer he waits, the tougher it's going to be accepted properly, the way he needs to be accepted. Now, he says he doesn't talk during the season, and we can probably double check that, and that's probably true. But nowadays, I think he doesn't need to be a Jerry Jones, but I think he should come out and speak to the point.
But he says he doesn't speak during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he uses social media. So that's still communicating with the fans and saying things. Because remember when the Niners lost to Seattle, didn't he come out and say something?
You apologize to the
Thanksgiving.
fans.
Apologize to
Thanksgiving
the
a year
fans.
ago.
Come on.
But then when you say, I want to win, but I want to win with class, and I'm the one that's held accountable, those kinds of things come back
Right.
to,
Colts.
hey, you said.
Yeah. No, I can see it. Like, we all want him to talk because
Sure.
I think a lot of what has happened this year owes back to decisions he made. I mean, he said, if this doesn't work, you can hold me accountable.
Yep.
But if he does talk, the chances of it backfiring or getting any better, I mean, he's kind of in a tough spot either way.
What kind of forum would you want him to speak on? All of you from the media there?
I think he should. I think
Okay.
just do what he did the day after Harbaugh they parted ways. He stood there with Balky
Right.
and they answered questions. Do that again. Do it at the bye week is right around the corner.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions about the future of the franchise, the problems that need to get fixed. It's time for him to say something about
So
it.
if they do that, can you get us media passes so we can ask questions too?
You guys are eating popcorn? Yeah, come on.
We could probably get a media pass. I mean, this is a media. No, it's not. It's not you, because of you. It
So
kind of
the
is.
good thing about the Falcons game, it's alumni weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, is it really? A lot of
Yeah.
guys coming back?
Yeah.
They might bring
So you'll
some
be
of that
there?
magic with them.
Yeah.
You'll be there?
Maybe.
Yeah, to see some
Yeah.
of the old guys?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
gonna be
I
fun.
love the weekend when they drag them out. When they parade, well, not parade, when the guys come out to get the cheers.
Wow.
I was looking for the wrong word there.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a thesaurus here.
Where's the flag?
Secret word.
The secret word, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Maybe it's
no.
a secret.
No,
Oh,
oh,
Jesus.
Prior to the 2-minute warning, we have illegal procedure against San Francisco for allowing a veteran player to leave.
Oh, oh.
Oh, I like that.
Whoa,
I
how
like
about that?
I like that.
How about that? What's the penalty? Loss of season? Oh,
That's already in the bag.
I like
That
Drew. I
wasn't-
like Drew's response better.
What's
Hi,
that?
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, jeez. So we got 2 minutes left. We've got enough. How many penalties was this on us today?
Oh, this could be a white flag,
And,
too.
and you know,
Yeah.
most of them came towards you. This is a lousy show for you.
I think you're used to it.
Oh, we are.
I might be benched. I might be benched next week.
You might be benched, yeah. Well, it's not 1 o'clock yet. You could be in Cleveland working on a show there. All right,
The Falcons.
the Falcons. All right. Is that Arizona or Atlanta? It begins with an A and ends with an A, and I always screw it up.
Yeah.
Okay, Atlanta. Tell me.
They're beatable.
Oh,
They are. They are beatable.
you know, heaven forbid you should die before me. I hope you live 100 years, but I'm going to get a marker, and on your headstone, I'm going to put he was beatable.
Remember when I said Arizona's beatable and they might not even win the division?
Right.
Yeah. Seattle's coming on.
Yeah, they are.
But didn't Arizona win last week on the road against Cleveland?
Yeah, they did.
Carson-
Who doesn't win on the road against
Carson
Cleveland?
threw 4 touchdown passes.
Gee, did
So-
you just jump on your home
know.
team? Well, that is so unlike
That
you,
team's
Mr.
kind of a
Walker.
mirror image this season.
Yeah, that's now there's throw the flag.
Here's the thing
Wait,
about
this says Terrell.
And this, what the heck?
I'll trade you a Jerry.
Okay, for a Terrell.
Trade deadline.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to want something more than that for a Terrell.
That's right. That's right.
Boy, has this show just come to a halt. All right, who do you think's going to win?
Who do I think's going to win, or who do I predict? For
Who
the
do you
show?
predict is going to? Gee, Christmas.
Stalling,
Talk
man.
about stall.
The Niners are going to prove
Okay, all right.
that they're a better team than they've shown.
Does that
Thank you.
mean they're going to win?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you got against me today, asking me all these questions?
You can answer the question.
Where's my?
There are no objections.
I'll take the Niners, and I'll take them in a low-scoring game,
Okay.
but a touchdown included in their victory total.
Oh, well, we will actually get a touchdown. That'll be interesting to see. Terrell?
Atlanta will win this game. And here's what my counterpart on this smart side of the table forgot to realize. There are 5 coaches on Atlanta that used to be with the Niners.
Really?
Yep, including the head coach, Dan Quinn.
Oh, that's right.
And you got Jeff Albrecht, Richard Smith,
Right.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, there you go.
So they're a little excited about this. They're a little mad because
Okay.
they lost to Tampa Bay.
So what do you think?
27-10.
27-10. How about you?
Is that what the alumni weekend? Because the Atlanta Falcons staff.
Exactly.
right.
They're gonna parade them out too.
The Falcons, 35-7.
35-7. Yikes. Well, I kind of think the 49ers will do pretty well this week because I think Atlanta is second to the worst from the bottom in sacking the quarterback. What does I want to say? They're second worst at sacking the quarterback.
But
is
they're
that right?
But they're 11th in defense.
Yeah. Was this my part of the segment?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying.
Was I talking?
You need
Drew,
this?
was I was talking, right?
Do we get a secret word this week? Or what?
We
be
get
quiet.
the secret word.
What the?
The secret word was implosional. The 40,
Yes, thank you, so I can see it. Thank
49ers are implosional.
Wow.
And actually, this is a letter from Create TV I got. I should probably open this up.
Probably an invoice.
Well, that's, yeah, probably.
It might be
That's,
a pink slip inside
that's
there.
it for this week. We'll see you next week with all the exciting Blaine Gabbert stuff right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Did he
Vernon
give
Davis
us a
coming
score?
up.
Niners is
What?
partially underwritten by the following.
Oh, looking for the trade? Anything?
See if there's any trades. Haven't seen
Nothing?
anything yet. Nothing yet.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
what about a score?
A score? 13-4.
13.
The
Who?
Niners.
Who?
13-4.
So how about when the game started the other day, 3-2?
Yeah.
It's like, should I watch this or should I watch the World Series?
Yeah.
I thought it was hockey.
Yeah. Hockey. Ugh.
What's wrong with hockey?
Yeah.
Come
I don't
on.
like
Have you ever
hockey.
been to a Sharks game?
13 to.